With two local breaking news alerts, an officer and another man recovering after they were both hurt during a confrontation involving that traffic stop.
And a person died early this morning in a fire at a mobile home in Clay County. More on that in just a minute, but we begin with the traffic stop that led to the chase and ultimately a shooting. Here's a live look at Peach Drive where it started. An officer tried to pull the driver of a car over. It appeared the driver was impaired.
To give you some perspective, here's a map. You can see the Peach Drive, which is in the Windy Hill neighborhood near Beach Boulevard. That's about 9 miles south of where the police chase ended on Monument Road in East Arlington. Channel 4's Elizabeth Campbell is live on Monument and McCormick, where officers were able to stop that car and catch the driver. Elizabeth?
Well, Jen and Bruce, this is the area where everything ended and where that driver actually fled the scene. And it's a pretty big scene that they have taped off. They're still here. You can see the police car and the crime scene tape. The sun's starting to come up, and you can get a better idea of just how big this area is. They also have a neighborhood not too far away from here also blocked off. Now, I want to tell you, this all started this morning around 3 o'clock in the Woodland Acres area, a third location involved in this incident. A car was driving slowly through the area with a passenger hanging out of the car, according to the sheriff's office. So an officer thought the car needed assistance, tried to pull them over, but when the cop approached, the car sped up and fled away. Now, that car fled about 4 miles away. We have a live picture from that scene if we can go to that. This is off of Peach Drive. This is when the officer called for backup, caught up to the car near Peach Drive and Anders. This is near Beach Boulevard and Southside Boulevard. The driver actually stopped, but we're told when the officer approached the car, it went into reverse and actually pinned the officer in between his patrol car and that driver's car. Now, another officer was on the scene by then. That officer fired 4 to 5 shots, we're told, at the driver's side door while the other officer was pinned in between the cars. Now, then we're told the passenger got out, was detained by police, but the driver sped off again. Now, police caught up with him for the second time off of Monument. If we want to come back to this live picture here in this area, off of Monument, they did, we're told, what they call a pit maneuver, which is basically where they spin out the car, and that's when they say the driver got out of the car, ran into the woods, and that's where police were finally able to catch up with him and put him in custody. Now, this is what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office had to say this morning to us just about an hour ago about the injuries involved in this morning's incident.
Minor injuries on the suspect, and I don't believe the passenger has any injuries.
And how is the officer doing? Okay?
The officer at this time is doing well. We believe he's going to be released. Very, very fortunate. Very dangerous situation.
So, again, it's a blessing that that officer is doing okay this morning and didn't suffer more severe injuries. They say that he is expected to be okay. The driver also expected to be okay. And they say that passenger was not injured and that he is cooperating. They say it's possible he was maybe in some sort of danger this morning. Maybe that's why he was hanging out of the car trying to wave down the officer. That's something they're looking into. The sheriff's office also tells us they are going to give us another news conference at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we do hope and expect to learn more information then. For now, reporting live from East Arlington, Elizabeth Campbell, Channel 4, the local station.